Hey everybody, I just wanted to share a project with you. In mixed media vintage arts on Facebook, which is run by Susie Crafter, they had a challenge to alter a jar. And so I did, but mine's not vintage. Unless you want to say it's from the Arabian Nights, maybe? And then it can be really vintage, right? I can say that. Anyways, I started out with one idea and I messed up and didn't like it. Took it all apart. Then I tried another one. Didn't like that and took that all apart. And washed the jar twice. But yes, this is a jar. See in the bottom? You can see because I didn't do the bottom. It was a jar. What I did, I'll try to go through this, is I used alcohol inks. I used denim and plum and concord. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that you can see the different colors in it. I hope you can. My light's not that great. And I colored the outside of the glass with that. And what I did was I did one layer in the dark, in the denim. Then I let that dry. Then I came back and turned the dabber as you're doing it. As you're dabbing it on, just turn it. And I came back and I sprayed a little bit of straight alcohol on it. Added some more blue. Let that dry and came back, and then I added the plum and a little bit of purple on top of that because I wanted it to look like the night sky. Then I decided to add this dragon right here was actually a gray color. It's a plastic dragon that Pam, the one and only Grand, sent me, and it had a picture of a skeleton in it. Like when you turn the picture back and forth, it would show up. So I took some rub and puff and made him gold, and I put the heart jewel in the center of that, and then I took some of the same color alcohol ink that I used on this and I just dabbed it on here so it would just pick up on the raised edges so it would look old. Then I just went ahead and wrapped chains around it and had these little charms and little doodads hanging off of that, and let this kind of just be, you know, hang the way it wanted to, and more little charms right there. And it didn't have a top, so I took some chipboard, see, and I glued 3 pieces together. Then I decided to add a chain all the way around the outside of that. I took a stick pin and I added these big thick these big beads to it, and I still got some glue stringy bits here and there. Eventually they'll come off. And I used that for my handle, and I added some pearls all the way around on the edges. And then I said it needs something else. So I looked down at the floor and there was a box of these things sitting at the floor, and I was like, I laid them all out and I looked at it and I said, well, I like it. So there they went. So it's not masculine and it's not vintage, but it is an altered jar. And I don't know what you want to call it. You know, if you have kids, you might know what I'm getting ready to say. But there's this cartoon on PBS called Dragon Tales. And there's this little box that they wish on, and this is kind of reminds me of that. So it's I don't know, it's my Dragon Tales wishing box. How about that? Or it's just a dragon jewelry box now instead of just a plain glass jar. So I hope you like it, and I'm going to have still photos at the end. And Pam, thanks for the dragon. It was supposed to go in my car, and I was going to put a picture in it, and I saw it sitting on the desk, and this was the whole inspiration that I started with. was to use this dragon, and then everything else just came off of that. So between the challenge and this dragon, this is how it unfolded. And I had no idea what it was going to look like, because this was not the idea that I had to begin with. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.